try to escape, or talk to Bradley. I do not know which one to do. Should I try to escape, or... I kind of want to, but then a part of me just... I kind of want to talk to Bradley, but... No, he's too obsessed. There's no sense talking to him until he calms down. You should have thought of that earlier. And I turned and glanced away. How dare he claim to need me now, after the way he's treated me? I don't know how much of his story is just crazy talk, and I don't care. He doesn't deserve my help. I want to go home. I hurried down the stairs, not wanting to encounter anyone. Smoke and mirrors and fairy tales. I don't want to hear any more of it. There's only one door, and it's so-called force field in my way. Steeling myself, I walked into the shifting darkness, and it pushes me back. There's no pain, no pain, no heat, no tingle of electricity. It's like walking into a net. It bows away from me, but I can't pass through. I pound a fist against the not-quite substance in front of me, with no more effect than punching a mattress. That's enough. I turned to see Lens behind me, holding a device in his hand with the screen displaying wave patterns. What? I have enough data for your shield now. That's right, he wanted to see Bradley and I touch the force field. So you can let us out of here now? No, the shields must be calibrated for each person wishing to pass through. Well, you don't have Bradley's data, but you do have mine. So can you let me out now? I still have to build the electromagnetic coils and tune them to these specifications. It will take time. Oh. Are you sure you can't turn off the power? Just for a moment? An irritated breath hisses out from between his teeth. Unfortunately, the breaker box is also hypercharged. We need to make this process work in order to get through the fields to turn the power off. Well, is there anything I can do to help? Raphael and I can handle it. Is he a scientist too? No, he is an obedient pair of hands. Come to think of it, Lens did order Raphael to fetch his handcuffs. Is he your boyfriend? And what if he were? How would Janet feel about Lens and Raphael being lovers? It would be awesome. Be intrigued, be happy for them. Don't want to know. But what does be intrigued actually mean? Would it be in a perverted way, or probably not. I guess I'll just be happy for them. Yeah. Well, it's your business, not mine. I guess I'd be happy that you're happy. He's a very nice boy. He deserves to be happy. And what am I? I don't know what you are. A fair statement. But before you confuse Raphael with your kind wishes, I should point out that the question was entirely hypothetical. They're not lovers then. So why didn't he just say so? He must enjoy being as convoluted as possible. Albin enters the room and scowls at me. What are you doing out here? Assisting me with my inquiries. Albin rolls his eyes, apparently not appreciating Lynn's odd turn of phrase. Nathaniel said I should fetch everyone for dinner. You're letting Bradley out? He can start for all I care. We follow Albin to the dining room, where Raphael waits for us. There you are. Janet, what would you like for dinner? Janet is in a hurry to leave. If you'll come with me, we can... You need to eat! You skipped lunch already today. Oh, alright. Lens and Albin seat themselves at the table. Is Nathaniel coming? He's fetching the wine. Now, what do you want for dinner? What's available? Eggs, mushroom, some chicken, 2 bags of salad, pizza, frozen raspberries, baguettes, garlic bread, a couple of tuna steaks, potatoes, corn on the cob, a roast. That's a lot of freaking food. Never heard of tuna steaks. Or is it like tuna on a shish kebab? I don't know. It's really easier if you say what sort of thing you like. A grilled mushroom sandwich sounds nice. Nathaniel enters carrying 2 bottles of wine. Would you care for a glass? I'm underage! Really? How old are you? 19? That's old enough. I think it is in Europe, but not around here. I suppose his parents have been giving him wine since he was a child. Don't worry. I don't drink either. I'll go check on the food. As he bustles off to the kitchen, Nathaniel pours a glass of red wine and hands it to Albin without being asked. Linz? Up to you. Whatever you think would go best. Nathaniel pours half a glass of white. Take it slow. You'll enjoy the flavor more in small amounts. Linz takes the glass and swirls it thoughtfully before allowing a tiny bit to pass his lips. I've never really understood the appeal. There are better taste and faster routes to drunkenness. And my mouth is really dry. But you look more romantic drunk on wine than on vodka. He salutes Nathaniel with his glass and takes a sizable sip. One of these days, I should find some absinthe. Ah yes, the true artist's beverage. Should you discover a bottle, I would be happy to share it with you. You do know that's illegal. Illegal? It developed an unfortunate reputation for causing hallucinations and madness. Most likely because it was popular with artists, and many of them are at least half mad to begin with. Albin hides a cough behind his glass. There are dangers to any drug, legal or illegal. The distinction is usually made by politicians, not scientists. Still, if it's the law... Have you never broken a law? I don't think so. Would you even know? There are so many laws in the world. You could be violating one right now. Some laws are outdated, or misguided, or written by bigots and fools. Then you should fight to change the laws. And if there isn't time? Well, I guess if it were something really important, then I'd have to think about it. I'm not sure what would be that important, though. What things are important to you? My schoolwork? Albin snorts. In other words, there's nothing in your life worth making sacrifices for. Hey, I work hard for my grades. When I get out of here, I'm probably not going to get any sleep until Monday in order to finish my homework on time. And there's the rub. Sitting around chatting like this, I can almost believe that these are my friends, that this is a dinner party. I can almost forget about Bradley completely. Almost. But he did pull a gun on you after all. It's hard to forget that. Now, this bit goes on your back. Allow me. I can feel his cold fingers against my neck as he brushes my hair aside, and I force myself not to shiver. I am decked out with a jewelry display with wires and magnets and bits of electrical tape. It feels a bit ridiculous, but Linz attaches each piece with surgical concentration. He and Raphael left dinner early to get back to work on this design, while I stayed for dessert with Nathaniel and Albin. Sooner than I expected, they declared it ready for testing. You sure the shield will work? The theory makes sense. The field should flow around you without even noticing the disruption. However, if you feel any pain, pull out right away. Stray electrical charges near your heart would be very unfortunate. In other words, certain death. Oh, that's reassuring. But it has to work. Everyone says Linz is good at what he does. When I get through, what do you want me to do? Should I call the police right away? Should I come back in and help you with the power? I think it would be better if you came back inside. Once we have proof that this works, we can make better plans from there. He thumps me on the back, which is slightly annoying. but I'm at least grateful he didn't pat somewhere else. Everything is in place. I take a deep breath and try to face the field. Right hand first, or either foot. What is this, Twister? I reach out to the shifting light. But just as before, my hand encounters a barrier that bends without breaking. It's not working! That can't be right. I'm sure you can fix it with a few adjustments. No, something more fundamental is wrong. The shielding should have done something, even if it didn't work entirely. If nothing else, the harmonics should have perturbed it visibly, or burnt out the shield generator through runaway positive feedback. This is most intriguing. The field must be operating on a novel principle. So what do we do now? Do? There's nothing we can do. If it's not responding to science, then there is no way through the field. There has to be a way. I turn back to the door and pound my fist against it harder. Let me out! Stop that. You'll damage the equipment. I want to go home. A sound like ocean waves crashes across my ears, and pressure melts at the back of my skull. Oh, that was a huge time jump. When I open my eyes again, I'm lying in bed. Everything is quiet, and all the magnets are gone. How did I get here? It would be nice to believe that this is Saturday morning, and I'm waking up for the first time, and this whole day has been nothing but a strange dream. But I know what I've felt and what I've seen. If it wasn't real, then I'm crazy. And I can't believe that. So I have to believe that everything is as it seems. You're awake. Thank goodness. What happened? You, fainted. I've never fainted in my life. Well, you were sort of overexcited and screaming, and Lens knocked you out. He punched me? No. It's a thing he can do with his nerves. Do with nerves. Oh. He hit a pressure point. Well, it still gave me a headache. I wonder if you can teach me to do that. Anyway, if you're feeling okay, we're all meeting downstairs to talk about what to do next. I'm sorry about this. It's not your fault. I'm not actually certain how okay I'm feeling. I've never been unconscious before, that I know of. Sleep isn't quite the same. I could probably use a hand. But I don't like looking weak in front of people, especially after I already got a little bit historical earlier. So Janet asked Raphael for help. Yes, just because. And yes. He's a sweetheart after all. He won't laugh. I reach out my hand to him. Help me up? Okay. Well, I'm really far on the green. But when I pull on his arm, he stumbles forwards, dropping me back onto the bed and almost falling there himself. So sorry. No, that was my fault. He disentangles himself from me and looks away while I straighten out my skirt. I should have warned you. I'm not very strong. If you really need help, I should get one of the others. No, it's alright. Let's try it like this. I stand up, and then you take my hand. I get to my feet a bit cautiously, but everything appears to be working. Still, it's probably a good idea to have help going down the stairs. The boys, minus Bradley, are gathered in the main hall. Albin leans against a pillar, looking unconcerned. Nathaniel appears more agitated, pacing back and forth in a small space. As for Linz, he's looking up the stairs, at us. As Raphael and I take seats on the steps, he begins. As you all know, there are force fields around all the doors and windows, preventing anyone from leaving the house. There is also a force field preventing us from turning off the power manually. Nathaniel frowns at that. Get on with it. All is not lost. I have set up a process which will build up power until it finally burns itself out completely. How long will that take? Approximately 4 days. 4 days? Please, don't start screaming again. You can't expect me to stay here for 4 days. I'm afraid the decision is out of our hands. No one is getting in or out. What about food and water? And toilet paper. We'll take the inventory of what we have on hand and plan accordingly. The water, at least, still seems to be coming through. Also, we should feed Bradley. Do we have to? We can't starve him for 4 days. We can't leave him locked in a room either. Everyone turns to stare at me. Think about it. He'd have to use the bathroom. Bad for the floors. So what would you propose we do with him? Me? I believe that's what I asked. Well, do you have a bedroom with an en-suite? Not that I'm willing to allow him into. What about the upstairs bathroom then? It's big enough. So you're not going to insist that we let him out? I don't know if he's crazy or you are, or both. But he's the one who had the gun.